Today we're gonna talk about the Asia Cup since it's coming out like soon. So Sai, I have a question for you. Um, we have a lot of people who's ruled out of Asia Cup this year, and it's obviously gonna affect a lot of teams. We're gonna talk about the two most anticipated teams and their injured players and how it's gonna affect them. So first, let's start with India. Our primary bowlers, with being Bumrah and Harshal Patel, both of them are out, ruled out. Do you think that's gonna affect the game, or like, do you think our squad is good? Who would be the replacement for Bumrah in the playing 11?
I don't think there is a replacement for him.
That's true.
It'll definitely impact because in the squad right now there's only 3 genuine pacers, so that's obviously a letdown, I think. But honestly, Bumrah hasn't played for India in the West Indies series and the Zimbabwe series, so I think India can live without Bumrah, but it's definitely going to be difficult with only 3 pacers, 2 of them being inexperienced. And same with Harshal Patel, he's been doing good. But I feel like even though they said Mohammad Shami shouldn't have been in the T20, for this he should have been, right?
I think without Bumrah in the squad, I really need experience here, at least, because if, for God's sake, Bhuvi gets injured, please don't. But if that does happen, we don't have pacers.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Deepak Chahar would come in, but he doesn't have as much experience that Bhuvi has. And with Avesh and Harshdeep has been doing really good. Avesh here and there, but having that in mind, are you gonna play all the pacers in your 11, or
It's risky.
who's gonna be?
Very risky. And you're opening.
What's gonna be your bowling attack? What's gonna be your 6 to 11?
I don't know. You have to have someone like Shami in that team when Bumrah is injured.
Well,
even though he's not he's not gonna be selected, obviously, for reasons. But still, I feel like he should have been a contender to be selected when Bumrah got injured, and our primary bowlers are not there.
So, with the squad that India has selected right now, what should be the play? Who should be at number 6 to 11?
Okay, so I'm just gonna run out the whole playing 11.
Okay.
So we have Rohit and KL Rahul opening. We have Virat Kohli. We have Surya Kumar Yadav. We have Rishabh Pant. And then we go down to the lower order. We have Hardik Pandya at 6, Ravindra Jadeja at 7, and this is where it starts to get a bit tricky for me. I guess you would have Bhuvi there.
Yes.
No, I don't guess. I can.
He is.
You can confirm Bhuvi, and then the next 3 people you have to probably have Chahal at number 11. Then it's either you want to play Arshdeep Singh and Avesh Khan. But I wouldn't honestly play Avesh Khan because of his inconsistency. Against Pakistan, I feel like he would crumble in that situation. So then you would have to play an extra spinner and then bank on Hardik Pandya to do well.
He's been doing well.
Yeah, so then Arshdeep Singh, and then 1 spot left would have to go to one of the spinners, which I don't know. Ashwin maybe, well, with experience might want to go
Ashwin might, because they did make a mistake of not playing. Ashwin didn't play against Pakistan during T20 World Cup last year. They didn't make a mistake. They didn't have a wicket-taking bowler. This year, they have Ashwin and Chahal.
Yeah. So
they've done really well for Rajasthan Royals and India in recent times. So
yeah, you're going against Pakistan with Bhuvi and Arshdeep Singh as your primary bowlers. And then you have Yuzvendra Chahal and Ashwin as your 2 spinners. So
interesting pick there, because I see that DK didn't find a spot in your 11.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing, actually this has been a big debate recently, whether Punt should play or DK should play.
Yeah.
And if Punt does play, should he play up the order? Because he's been better in T20s playing up the order. And if he does play, then would you play Surya Kumar Yadav down the order?
I guess Surya Kumar Yadav has batted at 5 before for India, so he can go at 5, and then Rishabh Pant goes to 4. You can do that, and I think Surya Kumar Yadav will still do good. So yeah, there's a lot of debates whether you play different players for Team India. So I think they can go either way, honestly. So what do you think, DK or Rishabh?
I'm gonna bank on Rishabh to start off, because nothing against DK. I like DK, but the reason why I'm banking on Punt is he has the potential to change the game in any situation. He plays good against Pacers. He plays good against spinners. The only weakness that I see with DK, if DK does play, he has to bat number 6 or 7, I would say. Main reason being that he, in recent times, struggling against spinners. And with Pakistan's attack, since that's going to be the first game, they do have some good spinners. So I wouldn't, if DK had to play, he's like in a situation where the team can only like send him in at the last 4 overs or 5 overs so he can capitalize on it. But he still does have the power to like score a 19 ball 40, 19 ball 30, 35, 38, anything like that. So he still has that capacity, but
it's limited.
Limited, yes. And this goes hoping that Jadeja and Pandya performs, finishes the game, because you don't know, because they've been changing up the orders recently. So if I highly doubt this will happen, if they decide KL to go down the order and have Punt open, that would also be an interesting decision to make. But yeah, that's very interesting to see what's gonna happen. Next up, Pakistan. So Shaheen Shah Afridi is ruled out. And then I think Mohammad Wasim came in. He's also injured now. So Hassan Ali is a replacement now. What do you think? Too many injuries? Shaheen Shah Afridi? What do you feel about Shaheen not playing tomorrow?
That's a big deal for Pakistan. If you saw in 2021, he ruined India entirely.
Remember the game?
Yeah, and I saw that he had like this whole like cast type thing. And I saw that. I was like, wow. Like I can't even believe.
Big injury, but so he's gonna be missed by Pakistan no matter what. No one can replace Shaheen Shah Afridi as of now with this consistency, with his knack of picking wickets, especially with India's top order, struggling against left arm pace. So do you think Hassan Ali is a good replacement? What do you think?
I mean, he has experience, I guess.
He has experience. We saw same thing. The reason why he wasn't picked for the Asia Cup was because last year during the T20 World Cup, not his year. He wasn't that great, I would say. But then come to Test, he's like at par with Shaheen Shah Afridi when it comes to taking wickets in Tests. So what do you think?
I think honestly it's a pretty good replacement. Honestly, like you're never gonna get too close to Shaheen Shah Afridi in white ball cricket, but that's honestly not that bad. I wouldn't be mad if I was a Pakistani fan with that.
You just have to hope he performs. And with Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, are you looking forward to their partnerships again? I mean,
as a neutral fan, I would love to see them, but not against India. Let's be honest. I don't want them against India.
That is very true. Because I don't know if you saw, but Virat Kohli said that at this moment, the top batsman in the world is Babar Azam. And
you can't disagree.
You can't disagree. That is very correct. So, plus coming back from playing against the ODI series against the Netherlands, he's in pretty good form. Scored like a 91 in a very tough situation. So he's in form. So it's basically a battle of our weak bowling attack to their somewhat weak bowling attack. I wouldn't really call both the teams' bowling attack really weak because we do have a mix of experience. But when it comes to the pace section, we don't have experience, and they do. Because with Bhuvi being the only pacer, pure pacer, we don't have the experience that we needed. But hope Bumrah does recover by the time for T20 World Cup. And do you have anything else to add?
I was gonna say, how will the bowlers fare in Dubai? It's in new conditions compared to what they've been playing at in other countries. We've seen in the past IPLs that Sharjah has been a very outstanding ground.
Well, we can't really say it's very outstanding. It plays very differently. Because we saw in 2020 IPL, Sharjah was like, you go to Sharjah, it's a pure batting wicket.
And then the very next year, it's a bowling track. So,
You were looking at like 130s, 140s, not even the par T20
so
score. at
that's why I
Sharjah.
feel like Sharjah especially is going to be a very interesting venue.
Yeah.
And that, what do you feel that they're playing in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all these places?
I would say, first of all, it's really good that they chose UAE during the problems that's going in Sri Lanka right now. I do feel that our bowlers do have experience
Yes.
compared to Pakistan's in UAE.
Because
But-
of IPL.
Yes, but let's not forget that Pakistan had in UAE. Pakistan is like the top there. Like they have a really good winning record in UAE in general.
Yeah.
Our bowlers has just played IPL there. A lot of times Pakistan's game happened in the UAE. Because I still remember seeing the stats last year, right before the T20 World Cup, and which kind of ended up being true with without, if not for that last year against Matthew Wade with Shahin Shafridi giving away all that scoop shot sixes, Pakistan would have definitely I would assume that they would have won the
Yeah.
World Cup last year.